This is John T for the Boxing Voice, and I'm chatting this evening to English lightweight prospect Mace Ruegg. How you doing, Mace?
Delph, how are you, mate? You okay?
Yeah, I'm really good. Look, welcome to the site. First time we've had you on. How you been today? Training today?
Training today, obviously, everything's slowing down now because obviously I've got the fight on Friday, so literally just getting the last bit of the weight off and just ticking over, really keeping my engine ticking. So looking forward to it, really. So here we go.
Good week, a big week for you, and a big televised fight. I'll be on to that in a minute. Well, look, if we can start off, you're a pro now, and you've had 3 fights. You're winning. You've had 3 wins and haven't been beaten yet, so it's a great start. Tell me a little bit about your amateur career, if you don't mind, first, Mace.
Amateur career, I didn't really box amateur. I started off in mixed martial arts background. Started doing Thai boxing and progressed to doing the MMA and the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. And really, this not really what I wanted to do. I wanted to do the boxing the whole time, but my dad had a purpose for me to do it, and it's made me to the boxer that I am today. So, very good.
Did you have any amateur fights then as a boxer?
I boxed on a show called the Queensbury, and I've done like a few little tournament fights, but that's about it really. But I knew in my head I've always wanted to box, so I'm thankful really because I'm the fighter that I am today. I'm not really your normal typical boxer really.
It's really interesting to hear. I mean, I interview lots of fighters, and many of them haven't had an amateur pedigree. But very rarely have I spoke to someone who hasn't got an amateur pedigree, but is already getting like a televised fight after, say, like 3 fights, which is really good. I can tell by your smile you're excited and looking forward to it. So you made your debut. I think you had your debut down in Bournemouth in your hometown at the O2 Academy, and you won there. Say again.
But obviously, that was before the pandemic as well. So that fight happened. And obviously, I got the taste for the crowd and stuff being there. And then all of a sudden, the pandemic happened. And then I'm boxing in front of just like a few hundred. I was lucky enough to box in front of a few hundred people, to be fair. My second fight in Marbella. It was one of them, it was only a certain amount of capacity of people there. So,
well, that's what I was going to bring you on to. You've been fortunate enough to be active in the pandemic in the last year. There's many fighters that haven't entered the ring at all, and even not been sparring, and in the gyms have been shut down in some places. So how did you manage to get 2 fights and both of them in Spain? How did that come about?
Best team in the world, MTK Global. They worked extremely hard to get me on. People don't realise behind the scenes that MTK they work so hard just to get their boxers out and to keep us busy, because I know that I'm one of the fortunate ones to be out and be busy and to be boxing. So I'm very thankful for MTK, and I've got an amazing manager, Tom Stalker. So yes, it's a good thing really. So I'm just glad I had the opportunity to box.
So did you fly out there for the first fight, come back, and then go out again, or did you stay out there a couple of months, or what?
Go out to Marbella. I had the fight, got the win, come back, and then like a month or 2 later, Tom said, "There's a fight in Bilbao if you want it," and I said, "Yeah, go for it." And then we flew back out, and then had the 3rd fight. So it was good. It was good.
Excellent. And 2 foreign fighters you've already fought there, which I'll come on to in a minute. So, look, big week for you now. So, 4th fight for you. Probably a little bit more of a step up in class, possibly by the looks of it. But you're actually fighting on an IFL TV card, which is live on Friday. And I believe you're going up in the bubble on Wednesday. Tell us about that. How are you excited? What does the week look like?
Very, very excited. What a massive opportunity. Great show. And my first time as an MTK fighter fighting on an MTK show, so that's a good opportunity itself. And sort of to get the experience of going in the bubble and things like that is a good thing. It's nice to get that behind my belt, really, and to say that I've done it. So once we eventually get out of this pandemic, I can actually say that I fought through the pandemic, and yeah, it's good. Really, I'm so excited, and just to show my skills and make MTK proud, really. So. Yeah,
well done. And the fighter you're fighting, what I've seen, he's another foreigner from Nicaragua. Is that right? Do you know much about him?
Know much about him. He's a tough lad. At first I had a few dates, so I didn't know where I was fighting. I didn't know if I was fighting in Spain again or I was fighting on an MTK show. But I've realised now you've just got to stay ready. So Tom said to me at the beginning of Christmas, he said, look, just stay ready all through Christmas. He said opportunities could come up. So Spain presented itself, but obviously there was troubles out in Spain. So then I couldn't fight. I got the opportunity to fight on MTK, but I'd rather snap that opportunity up straight away. So really good opportunity. So.
You're so right about staying fit during this time, and it must be hard for a lot of fighters because they're getting frustrated. But even on this card that you're on Friday, 2 fights have fallen through. I don't know if you've seen it over the weekend. Fortunately for you, yours obviously hasn't, but I think they're both because of injury. So, you know, they could just turn around to anybody and go, look, you've got a week's notice. Can you do it? So it's definitely the right thing to stand.
You've got to keep yourself ready through the pandemic, because you want to snatch up any opportunity that presents itself, because obviously some boxers haven't been busy. So that's why I know it's hard training for something that so you're training blind. You don't know when a date is, but that's the part of it. Sometimes you've just got to keep yourself ready. You've got to. Do you know what I mean? So it's what we're living through at the moment, this pandemic. You've got to keep yourself ready.
Good stuff. Well, look, he looks very experienced on paper. I mean, his record might not speak that he's won. He's lost more than he's won, I think, but he's got a hell of a lot of experience that you haven't. So it will certainly test you, no doubt. And good luck there, Mace. And I'm sure you'll have a great week all round, and hopefully you get the win for yourself. Just before I let you go, I always like to talk about the division that you're in terms of internationally. Who's your favourite, or who do you think the best lightweight is out there at the moment? Because there's 4 or 5 fantastic fighters.
There's too many. Do you know what I mean? There's too many to mention, because this division, I think, is absolutely booming. You know what I mean? There's so many hot prospects. There's so many people in this division, and it's just too hard to say, really. So much talent. You know, there's a lot of competition for me. There's a lot for me to live up to, but I've got to just learn my trade and proceed with it and see where I can go. Really. At least I'm trying anyway. That's all I want to do. I want to be a fighter. Main goal in life is to hopefully give me family a life that, you know, a good luxury life through boxing. So that's what I'm hoping.
Yeah, fair play to you, mate. Well, yeah. Oh, have I still got you there? Yeah, the phone man. Yeah. Look, fair play to you. I know you've got a young family. I think you've got one little one and a missus, haven't you? So these fights now, the more you come, you want to snap their hands off and keep the wins coming so you can start earning more money for that family. Good luck to you on Friday, mate. We will certainly pick up you in the near future. All right. Cheers, Mace. I lost you a little bit there, but thanks a lot. Cheers.
Yo, if you enjoyed the video, feel free to hit the like, subscribe, and share. As always, if you want to support us to the next level, head over to the patreon.com/ThaBoxingVoice. We have tons of exclusive from Border Wars, Entitled, betting shows, the list goes on and on and on. But in addition to that, if you guys have questions for fighters, trainers, and promoters, this is where you can submit them. We will run out, get these questions answered, and put it back on the show just for you guys. Appreciate it. Peace.